Welcome back. It's Dawn with For Grace Creations, and today we're going to make another type of tassel, but we're going to play with buttons as well. I know I've got beads in here, just ignore those. We cannot forget to take a minute and find our scripture card for today. What will it be? There it is, Psalm 119, 105. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. I have a question, as usual. Do you have a song in your head now that goes along with Psalm 119, 105? I know I do. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. That is part of a song, and it is definitely going through my head now. So what you will need for today is some sort of embroidery thread, some buttons, and today, go ahead and grab those buttons that you can't glue flat on your page. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to incorporate buttons in your tassels. And these are really fun to pre-make and just hang up on, the wall or a hook to look at because they're pretty. And then when you need them, you can just grab one and add it to something. So because we will make our tassel at the end, I'm going to use this ring. And I have over here just, some things I might use in the tassel. But those will be over there for now. And I do recommend a needle just in case your button holes are too small. These kinds of buttons with the normal holes, they will work as well if you don't have the other kind. Or we could put a little bit of both in. So this is prototype. It is a wonderfully sounding piece. Oh. I'm going to take this embroidery thread and I'm going to just place it here. Okay, I went ahead and stopped and measured. So I have 26 inches here. But what I want to do is take one end and I'm going to put it through a needle. We have this in here. Are we going to tie a knot? Nope. What we're going to do is grab our first button. So we didn't need this because this is huge, obviously, but it was just to kind of show you. Now, we're going to take this, and this is going to be my end button. And I am going to tie it so it will hang down like that. Now, I am going to trim off that little end. You could leave it if you want it hanging, or wait, trim it later. So we have our end button, right? There we go. And then we go to our next button. I've got this silver thing, and it doesn't have the loop, but if you notice, it's indented. So it is when I want to use things to glue on maybe a cluster. This is really hard to get on there because it goes inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up from, I'm going to come up from behind and go in down the top. And I'm going to pull it to wherever I'm thinking I might want it. And we'll go down here kind of next to the end. Now, in the back, I'm going to I'm not going to tie 2 knots. I'm just going to tie 1. You know what I mean? By knots, I'm just going to, like we're tying our shoe, the very first part of tying your shoe. That's all we're going to do. See, at this point, if you were tying your shoe, you do your bunny ears. Does anybody else call them bunny ears, or is that just me? You know, you have 2 bunny ears and okay, whatever, Dawn, just stop. So now we have 2. Let's do the next one. And I actually don't know what this is, but I'm going to use it like a button, and I'm going to come up one hole, in the other, and I'm going to pull it down to where I want it. And then I'm not going through again. I'm going to tie that knot. See? This one. My lighting in here is horrible today. I'm sorry. We're going to go in that hole and down to about where we want it again. And then go through the hole around again. As you do that, it makes the perfect knot. There we are. And it stays. Okay, what is this one? Oh yes, we do have that. Okay. So we're gonna go through the hole, bring it down about where we want it. And then, see it's going through that way. We're going to do it again. That way it wraps around. And just before it totally wraps, we're gonna come through. So it's that first part of shoe tying. And then this one, I'm only gonna go through one. I'm gonna take it down to where I want it and tie my knot that way. So this one's gonna hang off a little bit different. See? Okay, as we do this, we wanna keep in mind that we're gonna make a U shape. And at the very top of our U shape, we wanna leave about, well, a little bit. We wanna leave, what is that, 2 or 3 inches? But it's up to you, but you wanna leave a space because when we go to make a tassel, it's gonna fold over and we don't want a button in the way up here. So we have room for a few more. A good way I could do it is set this here and see. Now I have a ton of buttons on that. You can add as many as you like. There we go. So what do we got so far? You know, maybe I'll measure for you. So this one here is about 6.5 inches. What do we got here? We're at 6. So we could go a couple more, couldn't we? Okay, and now I'm going to leave a space and start again. So my next button is gonna go right there. Okay, this is going to be my last button. I went through the hole, I came out, and I'm going to go back through. I almost don't have enough string left. And then I'm going to go underneath, I hope. Ugh. Okay, well, let's... I don't know if I got that knot good enough. Well, it seems like it. It's not coming off. So I'm gonna trim that, but not completely gone. So it's just got a little bit. So now what we have is this. And now what are we gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna set this one aside because I am actually going to use this one. It just happens to kind of match the ring I chose and some of the fabrics that I chose here. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to start with a piece of this. Now, how long is this? It is 14.5 inches long. This is some sort of a ribbon that's like burlap on one side and shiny gold on that side. We're gonna put that in the middle. And then maybe go with a little brown. And I found this, again, I don't know what this stuff is called. But you know what? I bet this one is actually called eyelash trim because it kind of looks like eyelashes. So we'll put some of that there. And then I think this one, and should we do that one to wrap it? Maybe. Let's put this one in. And then we're going to put our button strand. And this part here, you want to try and aim for the middle of this. So maybe what we ought to do is kind of imagine, yep, that's it. But you know what I have forgotten again? The ring. So we got to get our ring, and we choose our first fabric and put it in about middle. Okay, so we have our first one, and then put our second one in. And it doesn't matter what order you do it in. Let's do this one next. And, ooh, yes, can't forget the eyelash, I think, eyelash trim. Don't quote me on that, guys, because I don't know for sure. If anybody knows what it's called, it would be greatly helpful, greatly appreciated if you would tell me. Yeah. And then we'll do this one. And this is what I will tie it with. All right, so this middle piece needs to end up at the top, so it's in the middle. Let's hope these beads go through, because, uh-oh, you know what? Some of them are too big. Oh, no, it won't go through the hole. Okay, back up. We're not using a ring. Okay. Let's put this here in the middle, and we want to see, yep, it's approximate middle, keeping in mind I can trim. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the middle and tie a knot. Now we have our stuff hanging. So we need our handy dandy pencil, because we're going to make a loop at the top. So right there where we tied our knot, stick the pencil. It is kind of hard to hold it there. And then tie a knot around that pencil. We have our knot. We're going to take the pencil out, and now we have our loop for a safety pin or a bulb pin or something like that. And do we want to, yeah, we're going to trim those off. So if I have pieces long enough, I actually will save them, because we can use these in clusters and other fun things. So I just have a little basket, kind of like this. So this is a fabric basket that I made with some scraps, and I will show you how to do this, because, and this was made fast, so it's a little wonky, but I'll show you how to make this, because it's much more fun than going and buying little containers to separate things in your drawers. And they're cute to just have sitting out with stuff in them. So that's coming very soon, guys. And now we need to make our head. Oh, I love it. I love the sound. Okay, so then we're gonna lay something down. It doesn't matter what it is. You could use twine, embroidery thread, ribbon, lace, dental floss, wax thread. I mean, the options are limitless. Fishing wire. eyelash trim. So I'm going to tie it real tight there in a knot. I have enough. I'm going to wrap it. You don't have to. If you don't have enough to wrap, just flip it over to the other side and make another knot. This one will go here. This one will come around here. And then just tie another knot on this side. But I think that I'm going to wrap it. So I'll go, one goes one way and one goes the other. It's a little complicated for me today, and I don't know why. Do you ever have days like that where something you know you can do is just tough? I don't know why that happens. And I'm going to wrap it till I think I need to stop so I can tie it in a knot. You know what I mean? Make sure it's pulled tight. Try and hold it tight with my fingers. Tie a knot. Here's where I really want to use my teeth, and I'm not going to, because I know that's bad. I could hear my mom now saying, Dawn, don't use your teeth. So, okay, I will not use my teeth. Ooh. Do you guys make tassels very often? I don't. I kind of forget about them. So this is fun to be doing this little playlist with you. And you know what? Maybe you didn't know this is a playlist. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to this playlist in the description box, as well as my email, because if you don't have any supplies to make this, but you have, say, something you'd want to share with me, we could swap supplies, send happy mail to each other. That might be kind of fun. All right. Or, you know, I'll also put my Ko-fi information in the details, so you could maybe buy me a coffee. What that means is you're spending $1, $5, however much you can afford to do. And I'm not really going to take the money and go buy a coffee. No, it just helps me continue to do these videos, because this is how I make a living. The commercials that you might see in my videos, I don't get paid for you to watch those. YouTube, I'm assuming, inserts them on its own, because I don't have enough followers to be getting paid by YouTube. So I do have in my Ko-fi site, I do have a place where you can just donate, but there's also physical products, and that's a great way to also support me. So I'll leave that link down in there. All right, I'm going to let these hang. I'm not going to tie a bow or cut them off. And that is what we have. Oh, I'm so excited. I just love the button. Isn't that cool? Let me know if you're going to try this. I would love to see a picture of what you made. So you could always email me a photo, or if you have Instagram, Facebook, or a YouTube, tag me at For Grace Creations. And that's me, Dawn. Until later, I hope that this inspired you to grab some buttons and have some fun. I am going to sit here and make some more button dangles so that they're available when I need them. So yeah, thanks for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. And if you need prayer, don't forget to go ahead and leave a comment and just say, I'm emailing you. And then send me an email with just a little tiny information, because I'd love to be your behind the scenes prayer warrior. All right, take care, guys. Bye.